Elevate Camila Cardoso and let everything run through her. Let her be the dominant force down close to the basket for the Chicago Sky.
Camila Cardoso didn't just play basketball on May 27th. She delivered a message, and it wasn't aimed at the opposing team. It was aimed straight at Angel Reese.
Cardoso, oh no. Free Camila Cardoso. She is fed up with the Chicago Sky experiment. Tyler Marsh, once again, salute to you. You are doing the rest of the league a favor.
In a single moment, on live TV, Cardoso looked her own teammate in the eyes and passed the ball somewhere else. That wasn't a mistake, that was a statement. For weeks, the Chicago Sky's chemistry has been falling apart.
Like, Camila Cardoso is meant to be a foundational piece of Chicago Sky. Her and Angel Reese are meant to be foundational pieces, and I don't think they're going to work out. I don't think the two of them are going to work out together. I don't know how their game play styles match.
But what happened during that Mercury game took it to a new level. From tense stares to ignored plays, it was clear. Camila Cardoso is tired of picking up Angel Reese's slack.
This point forward experiment, this Ariel Atkins trade, this has done nothing but backfire on you, backfire on the team, and backfire on the fans. Angel Reese last night against the New York Liberty, one of the worst games she's played as a professional, takes that out on the referees. Camila Cardoso visibly upset, and all of this falls at the feet of Tyler Marsh and those who co-sign the lack of work ethic that we see from some players over there in Chicago.
But was this the moment the Chicago Sky officially gave up on their so-called franchise star? Because what happened next, both on the court and in the locker room, has fans calling this the most brutal collapse of the WNBA season.
Let's get it! Another day, another loss. Bang! Starting to feel bad, man. They may never win again. About to get the combo meal, you get the travel, you get the me-bound, and a turnover, all for the price of one, baby! Why is she top 3 in the league in turnovers? Because it plays like that, huh? Burn! Free throws in this economy? Nah, that's gonna cost you.
It all came down to a single play, the kind of play that doesn't show up in the box score, but tells you everything you need to know about what's really happening inside the Chicago Sky. Camila Cardoso had the ball near the top of the arc. Angel Reese, standing just feet away, called for it. It was a routine setup, a standard pick and roll, one they should have run without thinking. But instead of initiating the play, Cardoso paused. She looked directly at Reese and passed to someone else. That hesitation, that decision wasn't just about basketball, it was about trust. And in that moment, it became clear that trust was gone. Fans noticed it immediately. This wasn't some missed opportunity. It was a statement, a clear signal that Cardoso no longer believed in Angel Reese's ability to execute. In a game where every possession mattered, she made the choice to go in another direction. And that wasn't the only sign. Throughout the game, their chemistry looked completely off. Cardoso was fighting for position in the paint. She was sprinting the floor, boxing out, calling for the ball, but she was being ignored. Reese, meanwhile, looked disconnected, slow to set screens, hesitant to pass, and visibly out of sync. What should have been a dynamic front court duo looked like two players on different teams.
Your dude was right. Elevate Camila Cardoso and let everything run through her. Let her be the dominant force down close to the basket for the Chicago Sky. Turn Angel Reese into a role player, and you know what will happen? You will be an improved team, and you will win games.
Then came the eye roll. After yet another failed pick and roll, this time because Reese didn't set an effective screen, Cardoso turned away with a dramatic glance of frustration. Moments later, during a timeout, Reese tried to engage in the huddle, but Cardoso stepped away, ending the interaction before it could begin. And that's when fans really started talking, because these weren't minor moments. These were deliberate signals, caught on camera of a player who had made up her mind. Cardoso wasn't just done with the play, she was done with the partnership.
Guess what did not happen? No double-double for Angel Reese equals victory for the Chicago Sky. she should be your fourth or fifth offensive option because she can't shoot. She still couldn't shoot last night. That's just a fact. She still could not shoot the basketball. You know, she's not efficient at all, and the lack of efficiency in her shooting leads to losses.
On defense, Cardoso remained locked in. On offense, she began working more with teammates who kept the ball moving. She wasn't sulking. She was shifting her energy away from Reese and toward anyone willing to play real basketball. That's what made it different. This wasn't a heated argument or some emotional outburst. Cardoso didn't need to yell. She just needed one pass, one look, and one decision to show exactly where she stood. And in that moment, Angel Reese wasn't just benched by the coach. She was benched by her own teammate. The Chicago Sky didn't just lose the game to the Phoenix Mercury that night. They lost something bigger, the illusion that their stars were aligned. Now the question is no longer what went wrong. It's how long has this been broken? On paper, Angel Reese didn't have a terrible game. She recorded yet another double-double, 12 points, 17 rebounds. But if you actually watched the game, you saw something very different. That double-double didn't matter. It didn't move the needle. And more importantly, it didn't help the Sky win. Because while Reese was putting up numbers, Kamilla Cardoso was doing something else, winning respect. Cardoso was locked in. She dominated the paint, altered shots, and made smart decisions. She was setting screens, rolling hard, and playing team basketball. And the fans could feel it. The difference in energy was obvious. One player was elevating the team, the other was slowing it down.
What are we doing here? We are 2 games in, and we already have 2 separate games of Angel Reese failing to control her emotions. We saw it against the Indiana Fever. Yes, she got a hard foul. But what was the difference between Angel Reese's reaction to the hard foul and Ryan Howard's reaction to the hard foul? Ryan Howard got up, took a step, talked a little bit of jargon. That was it. Angel Reese took a hard foul, got up, took multiple steps. Teammates got in there, proceeded to step forward. More teammates got in between. She proceeded to step forward. Couldn't control herself, undoes her shirt, goes to the bench. Can't calm herself down, gets up, walks back to the check-in table, and then we see the race hoax heard around the world unfold.
And when you look deeper into the stats, the truth gets ugly fast. Reese went 0 for 8 from the field. That's right, she didn't make a single shot. Even worse, most of those misses came within 4 feet of the basket. Easy layups. Missed.
Did you know 46% of her offensive rebounds come for her own misses so far this season? 46% rebound rate. You're welcome. New stat. Bang! Don't let that last shot fool you. Even a broke clock is right twice a day.
Come on, move. Get out of the way. Just give me the plate. Come on, give it. Move it. Get out of the way. Bang!
Butter pecan! Bang! If you've never seen her dunk before, just wait, because you're not going to see it here either. Bang! Fine, I'll admit it. We are watching because of you too. I mean, come on, man! Try shooting at the rim without looking first. How about it? Bang!
That tied her for the most close-range misses in a single WNBA game over the last 10 seasons. 10 years. You can't build an offense around that. And Cardoso knows it. Even her own rebounds told the story. Over 46% of Reese's offensive rebounds came off her own missed shots. Think about that. Nearly half of her hustle plays were just her rebounding her own mistakes. That's not dominance, that's cleanup. Meanwhile, Cardoso was constantly in the right spot, but she wasn't getting the ball. Why? Because the offense stalled every time Reese touched it. Instead of swinging the ball or feeding the post, Reese often held it, dribbled aimlessly, or drove into defenders. And when the defense collapsed, she'd either lose the ball or throw a wild pass too late. That's how you kill momentum. It wasn't just the half-court sets either. In transition, it was even more painful to watch. Cardoso would sprint down the court, seal her defender, and wait. But Reese, she'd still be crossing half-court, fumbling the ball, or forcing an impossible layup, while Cardoso stood wide open under the basket. That's not just bad timing, it's wasted opportunity. The Sky's transition offense looked broken, and fans saw it clearly. Every time Reese ran the offense, things slowed down. Ball movement stopped, spacing disappeared, and possessions ended in disaster. The result? Another blown double-digit lead, another collapse. But this wasn't just one bad night. It was their 4th straight loss. And it's becoming a pattern. Every game is starting to feel the same. Start strong, lose chemistry, stall out, and fall apart in the second half. And more often than not, the drop-off begins when Reese gets the ball. Even fans online are starting to call it out. They're tired of highlight stats that don't lead to wins.
To me, it's like low-key cringe. Okay, it's great that she's able to get her misses, but still, she kept missing the ball. Okay, that's not a good look, Angel. You need to stop playing selfishly and pass the ball. But you can tell she was playing hurt. Unacceptable. So she's hurt and embarrassed. Okay, her pride and ego is got bruised. So it's literally 4 women, like 3 or 4 New York Liberty players on her. She's still trying to check up shots, knowing it ain't gonna get her nowhere. Because again, she was just that hurt, her pride and ego, that she felt shame knowing that she had no points. That's not how you play the game, Angel. That's not how the game of basketball works. When you are getting surrounded like that, you need to put your pride aside and pass the dang ball. And the rest of the Chicago Sky players just looking worthless, like a bump on the log. They're just watching all this go on, not even offering no help, not even trying to run to her aid to try to get the ball. Again, everybody needs to be fired.
They're asking the question out loud now. Is Angel Reese helping this team or holding it back? Because when one player looks like she's fighting for every inch and the other looks lost in her own world, the numbers don't mean much anymore. Camila Cardoso isn't just rising, she's breaking away. And the more games they lose, the more obvious it becomes.
Wings and Sky, the Wings, like I mentioned.
I mean, she was dominant. Look at her inside close to the basket. Misses one. There's Angel. Angel actually threw the ball back to Camila. We've seen Camila. Let me just pause it. We've seen Camila trailing Angel a lot lately and or cutting around the basket while Angel's down here and she keeps throwing up shots and keeps missing. Angel actually threw the ball back to Camila and it worked. Right here, oh, I miss a layup. I get my own rebound. Guess what? One shot, it's back in. One shot, it's back in. She is a dominant force. I mean, you're looking at right here. She grabs the ball, lay in. She hits her layups, by the way. She does. She hits her layups. Cutting to the basket. Up. I toss the ball back behind me by Vandersloot. Finger roll in. She's dominant. Look at her cutting to the basket. Oh, my God. I mean, seriously. Here we go. Once again. Look at her toss the ball back out for a 3. Hold on.
Angel Reese was supposed to be the face of the franchise. She had the style, the swagger, the viral quotes, and the cameras following her every move. But now, fans are starting to ask a much harder question. What happens when the image no longer matches the impact? Because the version of Angel Reese on social media isn't the one showing up on the court. She comes into games with flashy outfits, catchy slogans, and a highlight reel reputation. But the numbers don't lie, and neither do the results. The Chicago Sky have lost 4 straight games. And Reese isn't just underperforming, she's being outplayed by her own teammates, especially Camila Cardoso.
Oh, guys, don't worry. It's just game 2 of the season. It's 44 games. We got 44 games we got to play this season. Somebody had the nerve. I didn't even delete the comments. Again, racist and sexist comments, hateful comments of the players. If you're not critiquing their skills, if you're being petty and kicking that drama between women, again, I understand the Caitlin Clark comparisons of Angel Reese, even though they do not play the same position. I'll let those comments ride. Because again, Caitlin Clark is going to make sure she makes some points per game.
While Reese promotes her point forward role, she finished the Mercury game with 5 turnovers and just 1 assist. Her plus-minus, a brutal minus haram. That's not leadership, that's liability. And fans are noticing. On Twitter, TikTok, and every WNBA discussion thread, clips are going viral, missed layups, bad decisions, and awkward moments where teammates visibly pull away from her. One video shows Cardoso setting up for a perfect entry pass, only to be ignored. Another shows her frustration after yet another failed possession caused by Reese. Meanwhile, Cardoso is locked in. She's not chasing the spotlight, she's earning it. Every screen she sets, every rebound she grabs, every smart decision she makes on defense is building her case. Fans are shifting sides. The applause is louder for Cardoso now, and the patience for Reese. It's running out. But this disconnect isn't just about basketball, it's about identity. Reese built a brand around being the villain, the fearless one, the queen of confidence. But now, the on-court reality is exposing the flaws in that image. And the WNBA world is watching it fall apart in real time. Because it's not just Reese's struggles that are making headlines, it's her reaction to them. After losses, she still smiles in interviews, posts cryptic Instagram captions, celebrates as if nothing's wrong. That might work when you're winning, but when your team keeps collapsing, it starts to look tone deaf. And it's affecting more than just her image. It's hurting team chemistry. Inside the locker room, the energy is shifting. When your most visible player seems more focused on maintaining a brand than fixing the team's problems, resentment builds. And in the case of Cardoso, that resentment is starting to show. She's not lashing out. She's just playing basketball the right way and letting everyone else fall behind. Even opposing teams are adjusting. Defenders now dare Reese to shoot, knowing she'll likely miss. They clog the paint, confident she won't pass out of the double team fast enough. They're not scared of the brand. They're capitalizing on the weakness. That's the real danger. The hype that once protected Angel Reese is now working against her. Every mistake is amplified. Every bad game becomes a trending topic. And now, even her teammates are backing away. Kamilla Cardoso didn't need to speak. Her actions said everything. She's not just distancing herself from Angel Reese, she's exposing the gap between who Reese says she is and who she really is. Kamilla Cardoso didn't scream, she didn't rant, but by simply ignoring Angel Reese, she said everything fans needed to hear. The message, I'm not wasting my prime on this. That single pass away from Reese wasn't just a basketball move, it was a rejection, a breakup in real time. And with each loss piling up, it's clear the Chicago Sky aren't just struggling, they're sinking. And Cardoso doesn't want to go down with the ship. But here's the scary part. This isn't just about one team anymore. Because while the Sky are falling apart, the entire WNBA just got hit with a gut punch. Caitlin Clark is injured, and fans are boycotting, ticket sales are plummeting, and suddenly, people are asking, is the WNBA collapsing without its biggest star? Tap the video on screen right now to see what's really happening behind the scenes.
I'm not sure I've seen a commercial as well received as this Caitlin Clark State Farm ad in a long time. You know, I actually played it on here before talking about the golf thing, but when you are looking at this commercial and why it was so well received, I think it was the delivery from Caitlin Clark, but then I also think there was a line in there that really hit people hard.
Caitlin Clark's new commercial just dropped, and fans are absolutely losing it. This is the kind of Caitlin Clark new commercial that takes over social media, pushes WNBA conversations into the mainstream, and proves again why brands cannot stop calling her. In one short Caitlin Clark night commercial, she looks less like a rookie from the Indiana Fever and more like the face of all women's basketball.
And in other Caitlin Clark news, Nike just released a brand new commercial featuring Caitlin Clark and her new Kobe shoe that she released today. And I saw this commercial yesterday on social media. I thought it was so cool. There's a shot when she's in the locker room and she opens her eye and it like turns into what looks like a snake eye, but when you zoom in, it's actually the Kobe logo in her eye. And as you know, Kobe's nickname was the Black Mamba. I just felt like across the board, this commercial was a 10 for 10. And a lot of people have been getting on Nike because they don't feel like they have been promoting Caitlin as much as they should. But I will say we have to give credit where credit is due. I feel like in the past month or so, they have been tweeting about Caitlin more. And then obviously with this shoe release, they made this super sick commercial to promote it.
Right now, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram are flooded with clips of this Caitlin Clark ad, fan reactions, and breakdowns of every frame. People are not just saying it is good. They are saying this might be the best Caitlin Clark commercial yet.
They sold out in less than a minute. If that's any indication of what a Caitlin Clark signature shoe will do, I think Nike better continue to get on it and get ready to launch this brand for Caitlin.
So in this video, we are going to break down why this Nike Super Bowl style commercial has fans going crazy, how it connects to her earlier State Farm commercial, and what it means for the future of Caitlin Clark WNBA marketing. Before this new Caitlin Clark Nike commercial blew up, The brand story started with Caitlin Clark's State Farm commercial clips that went viral during her Iowa days. She was the first NCAA athlete to star in a national State Farm ad with Jake from State Farm, and she looked like she had been doing commercials for years.
Caitlin's brand just got a whole lot bigger.
Yeah, you know you've made it big when you're hanging out with Jake from State Farm. The insurance company announced the deal Tuesday morning.
That spot pulled huge engagement, outperformed the average State Farm ad, and quietly told every big brand watching that Caitlin Clark is more than a player. She is a natural on camera. Therefore, bigger brands lined up. Nike, Gatorade, and Wilson Basketball all rushed to be part of the Caitlin Clark brand. But there was also a problem. While Caitlin Clark was rising, a wave of criticism hit Nike women's basketball. The Dear Nike messaging called them out for staying quiet on key issues in women's sports, saying they were not doing enough for girls and women who love the game.
Nike.
Dear Nike.
Dear Nike.
Why won't you stand up for me? Why won't you stand up for me? Why won't you?
Why do you claim to support women and girls?
Yet when we need you most, you remain silent.
Today, males are claiming our identity,
our sports,
our spaces.
Men and boys are stealing opportunities, medals,
trophies,
and our future.
And it's not fair or just.
In fact, it's often dangerous. Yet you refuse to use your platform to stand up.
You say you're for social justice and progress.
So why do you allow men's rights to come before ours?
See, with a big platform
comes an even bigger responsibility.
You have a chance to do the right thing,
not just do the easy thing.
So we're asking you, Nike.
So we're asking you, Nike.
So we're asking you, Nike.
As the biggest voice in all of sports.
Will you stand up for me? Will you stand up for me? Will you stand up for me?
Will you stand up for me? Will you?
The pressure grew, and everyone wanted to know what Nike would do next. Their answer is this new Caitlin Clark Nike commercial that has fans going crazy. In this latest spot, Caitlin Clark shares the screen with stars like Aja Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Sha'Carri Richardson, and other elite athletes. The ad leans into a powerful message. You will be told you cannot do it, so do it anyway. You will be told you cannot win, so win.
You can't take credit. You can't speak up. You can't be so ambitious. You can't break records. You can't have any fun. You can't make demands. You can't keep score. You can't stand out. Whatever you do, you can't win. So win.
The soundtrack, the narration, and the editing give it a high energy, Super Bowl commercial feel, even if you are just watching it on your phone. It plays like a love letter to women's basketball, track and field, and every girl who has ever been doubted. The numbers behind this Caitlin Clark Nike ad are crazy. Tens of millions of views in a very short time, huge positive sentiment, and a flood of fan edits and reaction videos across YouTube and TikTok. Research firms rank it in the top tier of Nike Super Bowl commercials for social impact and emotional punch. For a player this early in her WNBA career, that is almost unheard of. But here is what makes Caitlin Clark different. It is not only that the ad is successful. Analysts estimate she now drives a massive share of WNBA ticket sales, WNBA jersey sales, and overall Caitlin Clark WNBA ratings. Every time a new Caitlin Clark highlight or Caitlin Clark commercial hits the internet, you see spikes in search traffic, merch sales, and social engagement. So when brands drop a new Caitlin Clark ad, they are not just chasing hype. They are betting on the one player who can actually move the market. This new Caitlin Clark commercial also fits into a bigger marketing ecosystem. Gatorade Caitlin Clark campaigns have sold out bottles and towels. In Days Wilson, Caitlin Clark basketball drops, including her special edition designs, have turned into collector items. The clean Caitlin Clark CC logo that fans first doubted is now something people want on hoodies, hats, and posters. Projections for a future Caitlin Clark signature shoe sit in the hundreds of millions of dollars in potential sales. Therefore, when fans see her in this Nike women's basketball commercial, it feels like all of those deals, all of that hype, and all of those record-breaking nights are being pulled into one official statement. Nike is not just saying this is a good player. They are saying Caitlin Clark is the future of basketball. Fan reaction proves it. Under every upload of the Caitlin Clark Nike commercial on YouTube, you see comments from people who never watched a full WNBA game before. They are saying things like, "I clicked for the ad, and now I am watching Indiana Fever highlights." Or, "This made me buy my first Caitlin Clark jersey." That is the dream result for brands and for the league. At the same time, this ad sends a message to other stars. Players like Angel Reese, Sabrina Ionescu, Aja Wilson, and others all have strong brands and huge followings. But right now, Caitlin Clark is the one headlining this kind of global commercial. And that creates a new standard for what it means to be the face of women's basketball. It is not just about points and assists. It is about how many people stop scrolling when they see your face in a thumbnail. In the end, this new Caitlin Clark commercial connects two worlds. On one side, you have massive companies like Nike, Gatorade, and Wilson pouring serious money into Caitlin Clark advertising campaigns. On the other side, you have young fans, especially girls, who see someone that looks like them dominating the WNBA and headlining major ads. That is why this one, Caitlin Clark Nike ad, feels bigger than a normal commercial. It is another chapter in a story they are emotionally invested in. So that is why Caitlin Clark's new commercial has fans going crazy. It is not just the shots, the soundtrack, or the star power. It is the feeling that we are watching the rise of the first true global superstar of women's basketball. And every ad like this pushes her even further. Which Caitlin Clark commercial has been your favorite so far? And what brand do you want to see her work with next? Nike, Gatorade, Wilson, or maybe something wild like Apple or Netflix? Let me know in the comments. If you love Caitlin Clark WNBA highlights, deep dives on Caitlin Clark Nike commercials, and breakdowns of how she is changing the business of basketball, make sure you watch the next video on your screen. That one goes even deeper into how Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever are already rewriting the league. And if you are still watching right now, drop Clark commercial in the comments so I know you are one of the real ones.